Hiya guys, Skirmish again, and this is the second update. Was it the 6th of March, isn't it? Yeah, 7th of March. Well, anyway, and yeah, I'm going to show you my newest setup. Still rocking that Samsung RF, what is it, NF RF 711. Yeah, RF 711. But anyway, and like I said, couple of new things. I've switched. I now switched from using component to HDMI, and for that I'm using this. Yep, that's Neet. Was it 2 to 1? Yeah, powered splitter. Yeah, these things, they're actually quite hot. They're actually quite awkward to get a hold of, because I actually thought you could just walk into a shop and get them. You can go to Maplin to buy them. No, you can't. You have to like mail order them. And yeah, they're pretty decent. These are the same ones that I used at Ultimate Clash and then Snake Pit. If you're wondering why I only got two for one instead of 1 for 4, basic logic. The only real reason why I would ever want a 1 to 4. One input, 4 output is if I was like outputting it to projector, but obviously I'm barely able to actually carry all the equipment as I am, so, and the person that would obviously would want a projector would probably provide it themselves, so yeah, sorted. And yeah, here's the real reason why I make a big deal about switching from component to HDMI. Obviously, massive clear advantage is obviously the size. Yeah, was it the size and weight I save? Because yeah, this is component. Obviously, with component, I have to have a separate PS3 component cable and a separate 360 component cable, and you can just see obviously this is really heavy and this is really bulky. Obviously, HDMI, I could use the same HDMI cable for both a PS3 and a 360. So already, that's like, that's just dual commonality. And again, the component distribution amp is just basically this hunk of metal. So altogether, this is, whoa, I say this is almost about 2.5 kilos. It could actually be 3 kilograms, whereas this is, wow, this is the HDMI and obviously the HDMI splitter. Yes, you can just obviously see I could fit it all into just one bag as opposed to 2 separate bags there. This is just really light. I think it's definitely under a kilo. Hold up. So like I said, overall the component is massively bulkier and weighs pretty much about 2.4 kilos. This, like I said, it doesn't even weigh a kilo, easily about, I don't know, just on maybe 600 to 700 grams. So like I said, for me anyway, a massive difference, because like I said, I carry everything on my back. And the only one downside, of course, is I can't use this by itself. I have to use the HDI Fury, which even still, when you put that together, is still nowhere as bulky and heavy as that. So, and the other great advantage is obviously HDMI is certainly a lot more common than component, whereas component nowadays, that's really, you're going to find them on televisions, which a lot of hardcore players are going to object to, because obviously some of them lag. So yeah, HDMI is definitely the way. And this is a 150-pound paperweight, or otherwise known as the Blackmagic Intensity Shuttle, which I'm pretty sure should actually work for my laptop, because it's, again, my laptop has the same chipset that's actually recommended in their own damn guide, because the only laptop they've got listed on the Blackmagic site is this MSR whatever, and I know for a fact that my laptop has the same chipset, and I've seen online a lot of people have definitely been getting laptops to work. But for the time being, this is a paperweight until I can either try and get this working, or I'll eventually get another laptop, which isn't much of a problem for me because I actually don't like my current laptop anyway and want to replace it. And this is the next piece of equipment I have, the HD Fury 2, which was, well, loaned to me by Mr. Grey Fox, and yeah, thanks a lot, bruv, because, well, this thing is really kind of expensive. It's like about 160, I think he paid for it, and yeah, that's a lot, and I really do mean seriously a lot of money for something that only has like one function, and that is just obviously to strip the HD copy protection from that stupid thing over there, since for whatever stupid reason Sony sort of, well, put it on games, whereas obviously Xbox, they kind of worked out, nah, why would you, well, put it on games? Like I said, save Sony. Yeah, on the plus side though, it does obviously convert the signal into component, which will work with my Aver Media Dark Crystal, which my opinion on this has kind of changed now, because the recent update to XSplit has sort of made it possible that you can actually get kind of a direct screen. Well, it's not technically a direct screen capture. It's basically just ripping the program that's being used by the laptop. So while it's still not the best option, it's not the worstest option, because for a cheap HD sort of capture, like I said, it's sort of it's sufficient. I'd say it's sufficient. My next newest acquisition is obviously this excellent Yamaha, here we go, the Yamaha MG10 102C sound mixer, and it's a nice piece of kit. It's far superior than that piece of crap I was using before, the Baranja, or however the hell you pronounce it. And like I said, it's got more inputs than the Baranja. It's also got this nice little thing here. It's got a built-in compressor. We zoom in there. Yeah. If you want to know what a compressor is, it's sort of, as the name suggests, it basically makes all sound, it levels all sound out, so it will make quiet sounds loud and loud sounds quiet. It doesn't dramatically affect it as much as I thought it would, but it kind of does help. Definite. All that sound clipping sort of problem I had in the past is it's kind of resolved now with this fantastic little gizmo. The other thing that makes it far better than the Baranja is, you can see this gauge. Yeah, we got a far more precise read, because whereas the old Baranja, hold up. Anyway, this gives you a rough comparison of the massive differences of this new mixer compared to the older one. Obviously, my older one was it was a bit brass, because as you can see, it only has 2 XLR inputs, whereas my new baby has got 4 of them. The built-in compressor, as I talked about, and more significantly, you can just see I've got far greater greater depth of readings. You can go +6 all the way to -20, whereas my older Baranja, how the hell would you pronounce it? Essentially, the only readings I had were too damn loud, quiet, and just about okay, and that was it. and the other cool thing about this is, it's got a power switch on the adapter there. That's like one power switch, and then you've even got a second, power switch on the actual console itself. So it is like really hard to sort of like damage this now. So it's like so you've got like a nice little redundancy, which I actually kind of like. And the thing, this thing has to be like screwed in. So you're definitely not gonna be losing power unless, well, like I said, you're complete an absolute idiot, and you sever it with a chainsaw or stuff like that. Actually, whatever. Somebody asked how big this mixer was, and well, it's pretty much similar to the size of a slimline PS3, so it's not exactly what I would say small, but at the same time I wouldn't say it's massive. The actual mixer itself is actually, what is that? I say it's just under 2 kilograms. The power plug kind of probably adds about another kilo to it, so altogether, yeah, that kind of is on the heavy side. But like I said, it is light years better than this. So yeah, like I said, get used to having heavy loads. And obviously, the other acquisitions are a pair of these Audio Technica headsets. And yeah, if they look familiar to you, these are the same ones that are like used by Spooky, iPlay Winner, and well, yeah, well actually they're the only ones that come to the top of my head. But anyway, and oh yeah, of course, Level Up. And yeah, obviously they're quite pricey. They're like £140 each, and I'll be honest, I think they are actually indeed worth the money, because they do actually do what they advertise. Yeah, they do what they do on the tin. It's like for really loud environments, those microphones really do a massively good job of filtering the stuff out. Because yeah, the last two big gigs I did, was it Ultimate Clash 12 and Snake Pit, they were pretty identical. In the case of Ultimate Clash 12, there was a really stupid loud concert going on behind me, and I really do mean it was loud. It's so loud I actually could not even hear what the hell was going on. I mean, yeah, there were still some popping issues, but that was because of this stupid piece of rubbish here, which again I recommend you do not buy. So if you see this model, yeah, this Zenny 802 Behringer, don't buy it. It's garbage. But like I said, at Ultimate Clash 12, I was really concerned that yeah, nothing was getting picked up, and it was only until I got home that I actually discovered that yeah, the audio was really fine. It was like, yeah, you could barely hear, or you can even hear the fact that there was like a vocal version of the Bloody Green Hill, yeah, the Bloody Green Hill song going on in the background. Yeah, bloody anime conventions. And again, for Snake Pit, it was almost identical situations when they were playing the house music really loud. So yeah, these things, yeah, they're pretty good. And I know 140 is really kind of expensive, and you're probably asking, do you really need these? Well, no, but I'll be honest, I kind of do, because I may or may not be covering, you know, sort of big events, but it's just nice to have that option. And oh, I almost forgotten. Yeah, one other last piece of vital equipment I use is this nice little yeah, was it external light, which yeah, normally you can clip onto a camcorder and stuff like that, but it clips on nicely to this tripod. And yeah, just check this out. Yeah, that is really bright. So yeah, so bright. Obviously it's dazzling the camera, but lighting, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because obviously I've got a bit of a media background. Yeah, lighting is, well, obviously it's really kind of important, and I'm probably one of the few people that actually even think about lighting, because even, you know, just even having some light, and this is like really dirt cheap, it's like about £20 or something like that. It's like even just having some really cheap light like this, you could even make really crap web cameras just look a lot better, and obviously you can see what the hell's going on. So yeah, I got one of these, and I'll probably get a second one. Obviously the downside to one of these is they're pretty bright. You can kind of dazzle the player, so I try to, if possible, you know, sort of put it off onto the side and that, so that it won't obviously distract them and stuff. But they have been definitely really cool in yeah, obviously when you put it in intended purpose, which is obviously to stick it onto a camcorder, you can obviously see people's faces and that, because well, let's face it, a lot of streams I've seen, yeah, there's just no point in having cameras because you can barely see anything. So yeah, nice tiny little lighting. And another interesting piece of kit I got is this yeah, VGA to video converter, or VGA to composite to be more accurate, and yeah, it does exactly what it says on the tin. I can capture something that's in VGA and then obviously turn it into a standard def output, which yeah, this is going to come handy for capping some arcade games that use VGA, namely the Naomi one, and not that I'm endorsing it, or you can obviously hook it up to a laptop if you're playing certain programs. It begins with M, so yeah, it's a bit fiddly to use. It's not like it's not really that plug in and play. It's USB powered, and kind of interestingly enough, it's got a second output, so you can well, in essence, use it like a splitter. But yeah, just with USB power alone, I wouldn't be too sure about that. So I probably would at some point get an external VGA splitter, rather, and yeah, but it's like it does work. I've used it to capture some games and stuff, and yeah, it's nice. Like I said, this is a bit fiddly to use insofar that it's not as plug in and play as I would like it to be, because yeah, you have to literally plug things in a certain order or it will just literally go funny. You also have to resize the image, which yeah, you got these like handy little menu buttons behind, and yeah, you can see zoom, menu, and yeah, you know, kind of like how you would adjust literally a monitor in that, but it's not as precise as you would want it, and most often or not I'd have to use yeah, was it the stretch or sort of pull function in my XSplit to sort of do final corrections. But all in all, it does work. Not sure if there's anything better. If there is, then I'll probably get it, but for now it'll do. And like I said, it's such a niche function anyway, capturing stuff from VGA, that probably might just stick to using this. And this is another really essential piece of equipment which I left out from my last video, but it's kind of essential definitely for me. This is obviously a chrome Courier bag, which, yeah, it's a proper Courier bag, because I used to be a Courier / bike messenger, and I'll be honest, this is like what I would call one of my favorite, yeah, one of my top 5 things ever, in that you can literally carry anything if you can work it out. And yeah, hold up. Like I said, you can see, yeah, that is proper fully waterproof. It's actually literally like it's a bag within a bag. So if I unfold this, yeah, that's the actual compartment. So all your precious stuff sits in there. So obviously for my streaming gear, which obviously I want to make sure I keep dry, this is super essential. And obviously you got the spare pockets for, yeah, obviously because I'm a cyclist, I've got my pump there, puncture repair kit there, and spare spanner. And like I said, you've got these side pockets on the side that are actually bottle holders, but I most of the time use it to just carry spare power adapters and wires. Other very snazzy feature about this bag is you have a quick release system here, and I cannot tell you, if I didn't have this bag, I would have stopped being a Courier. Well, obviously I'm not a Courier anymore, but I would have not been a Courier for a whole year without this, because literally when this is like fully laden, you can just literally quickly release yourself by clicking that, and so you don't obviously have to lift the bag over your shoulder and all that. Like I said, if you can work it out, you can literally carry just about anything, because when I was a Courier, literally I was carrying way in excess of like about 35 kilos, and it was sticking out of weird places. These straps, which are obviously used to like keep everything on, you can obviously rig, yeah, you can just rig them to obviously hold things like your coat and stuff like that at the side. Like I said, this isn't going to be for everybody, because a lot of people would just rather carry their streaming equipment in a suitcase and all that. But in my case, because I want to be highly mobile, i.e. because I like to ride everywhere, this is definitely an essential piece of kit for me. Yeah, and like I said, this is it fully laden, so like I said, does indeed hold everything. Like I said, you got the little, yeah, you got my little miniature tripods in the bottle holders, so like I said, tons of space, and like I said, it's a really, really good bag. Again, probably not for everybody because it's quite an expensive bag. This is like about £160, but Chrome themselves actually give you a 10-year guarantee. And like I said, this bag at the moment is about 5 years old, so, and it still works. Obviously, one of the straps is just about falling off, although that was technically my fault because, well, basically, yeah, that's a long story, but I almost got killed when it hooked onto something. But anyway, again, not for everybody, but this is definitely a super good bag. And you know, when I see threads about yeah, what kind of a bag should I get for my joystick and all that, I just say, well, I've got the bag, yeah, the one bag to rule them all, and it's this one. And obviously it's camo, so I'm gonna obviously love this bag. Yeah, another piece of kit that I left out from my last update video, which again is definitely essential, is a laptop bag. I'll gotta admit, I'm a little bit skeptical about laptop bags for the pure and simple reason it's like a big signal flare saying, well, come mug me, I've got a laptop. But since I literally cracked my laptop screen last time from putting it in that big bag with all the stuff, which, well, actually it's kind of the fault of that stupid laptop, because my other laptop basically had no problems being transported in just a nice little laptop slip, which I've been using for ages for recording. But well, anyway, safe. But yeah, this is a HB laptop bag, and kind of like my Courier bag. You got tons of tiny little pockets to store stuff. But the most important thing is you got some like heavy duty padding. So yeah, you got a nice little big massive pad. Got like a nice little big massive pad on the top. You got a really nice little cushion right on the back. So like I said, this is a really good bag. Cost me about 50 quid, and again, definitely an essential piece of kit if you're going to be carrying streaming gear all around. Well, on your back anyway, at least.